Hawkeyes landing an intriguing prospect for the 2023 class and a very late ad. Of course, signing day, official signing day, February 1st of this week. That's Wednesday. But Grant Leeper added to the class today via a verbal commitment. We'll talk about the ad and why Grant is an intriguing guy from the state of Indiana in just a moment. First of all, I want to thank Ascent Nutrition. They're great health products. You've got that code Hawkeyes. I talk about them daily, whether we're talking about their algae oil, DHA, perhaps their mold and mycotoxin-free coffee, or whatever product you're interested in or would like to learn more about. Visit goascentnutrition.com, and when you place an order, use that code Hawkeyes for 15% off that order. And of course, Iowa Floor Covering, their Tough Core Click Together 4.5 millimeter waterproof vinyl flooring, available at $269 per foot with self-installation. Visit iowafloorcovering.com/DIY. Support our sponsors. You support us. So Grant Leeper added to the class on this Monday. And Leeper, talk about a late bloomer, or maybe not even a late bloomer, but just one of those raw guys that Iowa sees a lot of potential in. He did get some late offers in this recruiting cycle. It sounds like he hasn't really played much football. This was his first year of actually taking football seriously, and he had an impressive year. Didn't blow anybody out of the water as it relates to stats. 27 receptions for 376 yards as the 6'6", 220-pound tight end. He did earn all conference and all state honors as a 6A tight end, according to Rivals. And keep in mind, 6A football, that's legit. He is from Homestead High School in the Fort Wayne area, so that's far eastern Indiana, almost to Ohio. And Leeper, really good basketball athlete. I can tell you that right now. You watch him on tape, he runs really well, as you'd expect. He's a really good athlete. He's got good hands, and he's got good size. Other than that, I don't have a lot to say, simply because he is really raw. I'm sure he's got a big learning curve as it relates to blocking and certainly route running at this level. But I can tell you, Iowa's not the only high major that was in on Leeper. Vanderbilt offered, Wake Forest offered, Indiana threw in a late offer. Ultimately, he visited Iowa this past weekend and chose to commit to Iowa. So Iowa has a couple more days to keep him in place. Hope nobody flips him. He is a 3-star guy, but I mean, heck, do we really care? Look what George Kittle's doing. He was a guy that was not very highly touted out of high school whatsoever, and now he very possibly is the best tight end in the NFL. So, I mean, we'll see what happens here. This is a late ad for Abdul Hodge and this staff, and they've done great things at that position over the years, and he'll join Zach Ortworth, the only other tight end in that 2023 class. Iowa did add Eric All via the transfer portal. Steven Silianos was added in the portal last year. Addison Ostringa, who will be going into his second year. Same thing for Cale Vanderbush, another young guy who's actually from Indiana. So Iowa's tight end room, a lot of experience at the top with Luke Lachey and Eric All, and then a lot of young, raw talent behind them, and kind of maybe the one wild card, if you will, Steven Stilianos. But we expect Grant Leeper to sign on Wednesday. Congratulations to him. He could very well end up being the only late ad. They clearly wanted another tight end, and this is a good find for Iowa. Of course, I don't believe Iowa's done in the transfer portal. We're likely to hear some news from Virginia linebacker Nick Jackson in the coming days, because he did visit Iowa here over the weekend as well, and it sounds like it's down to Iowa, Oklahoma, and Iowa will also have an open window following spring practice. We did get official word on this Monday that Kirk Ferentz will be holding a press conference. If you watched this channel yesterday talking about Miami, Ohio transfer Rusty Feth, I mentioned we were likely to get a press conference here soon, Wednesday, 3 p.m. So here's the deal, folks. I will be going live following that press conference. Live Hawkeye Hangout following the Kirk Ferentz press conference. It is a signing day press conference. I've had people ask me, do you expect to hear word on Brian Ferentz? I think there's no way around it, right? Kirk will be asked. And the fact that we haven't heard anything from the league would certainly indicate to me that Brian's staying put. We're going to get official word, I think, on Wednesday from Kirk Ferentz, which will be that will create a firestorm on the social media interweb. So we'll just have to wait and see what that's like. But I'll be here talking with you during Hawkeye Hangout following that press conference. Should be an active day, Wednesday, 3 p.m. for the presser. Appreciate you tuning in for another segment here from the Hawkeye of the Storm. Tell me what you think about Grant Leeper? And what do you think is going to happen during that press conference on Wednesday? I know what a lot of people think. What about you? Tell me in the comment section below. Stay tuned right here for continuous Iowa Hawkeye athletics coverage. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.